It's another fabulous day at the front line. It's your Uncle Cal here, and I hope that you all had a wonderfully dreamy night, with fewer shells this time around. Keep that helmet on your head, and everything will be just fine. Now let's get to our favourite part of the day, letters from the front, right here on the Warden Line Express broadcast. The first letter is from Avitus, and he writes, "Dear Uncle Cal, why is it important to think about joining a regiment?" Avitus, my boy. Now that's a question that brings a smile to my face. Plain and simple, there's no greater way to crush these colonial invaders than fighting efficiently and more rewarding than with comrades. Regiments get things done faster. You think you can fight the colonials all by yourself? You'd be lucky to last 5 minutes out there. But in a regiment, now we're talking. You've got a motivated force behind you, a plan in place, and an army ready to tear through the colonial lines like a hot knife through butter. Or you want to build something meaningful, something that'll last. Well, a regiment's got the power and resources to dig, build, and conquer in half the time. The magic, my dear Avitus, is in working together. And let's not forget the best part. It's a lot more fun. When you're in a regiment, you're never alone. And I don't just mean in numbers. There are veterans at your side, ready to teach you the tricks to survive and be the difference we all wish you to be. You'll learn more in a week with a regiment than you would fighting solo for a year. When you're in a regiment, you fight harder, smarter, and with more heart. Every battle is motivating because you're surrounded by comrades who've got your back. We are the Wardens, and when we unite, we're an unstoppable force. The Colonials don't stand a chance against a well-organized Warden regiment, and especially not at all against several regiments operating together. Victory through unity. I trust that clears things up. Regiments are what make us tick. Without them, we'd be chasing our tails. You'll see the difference the moment you join up. So why not dive right in and see what teamwork can do? Now then, let's see what the next letter holds. Are you ready and as curious as I am? Of course you are. And the next letter is from Wonko. He writes, "Dear Uncle Cal, thank you for your work. It means a lot to me. When I'm returning from a day on the line caked in mud, your broadcasts bring me back to the days before this war started, back to a time when the world was simpler and less cruel." Oh, my dear Hoopy Fruit, you've hit me right in the heart with that one. We all long for those simpler days, don't we? A time when the world wasn't full of shellfire and chaos. But I'm glad, truly, that I can be your little ray of sunshine in this storm we're all trudging through. Now let's continue. Every night, cutting through the chaos of the bunkhouse, your voice keeps our spirits tied to the heart of Siva, reminding us that there's a brighter future waiting when we push through. Hoopy Frood, you do know that I'm married, don't you? Don't go making me blush like that, lad. But seriously, it's an honor to know that I'm keeping that flame of hope burning. And let's face it, we all need a bit of hope out here, don't we? You wrote a long letter, and I hope you're still alive and listen to my broadcast today. Here is your question. That out of the way, I wanted to ask if you had any advice on helping the new recruits find their footing. We've been getting more of them lately, and they've brought a lot of energy and determination with them. They're quick learners and eager to contribute. But there's always that challenge of getting them ready for the realities of the front line in the middle of a war. Your broadcasts give them a sense of pride and purpose. But I wonder if you have any advice on how to harness that spirit and help them become the best soldiers they can be. Callahan protects Wonko. Well, dearest Wonko, you've come to the right place asking this. First off, it's wonderful to hear we're getting fresh blood on the front. Their energy, their eagerness, it's exactly what we need to liberate Siva from the colonial aggressors. But as you've rightly pointed out, it's no easy task getting them ready for the reality of war. New recruits need to understand that war isn't just about running headlong into battle with a rifle and some ammo alone. No, it's about teamwork, patience, and to strike smart, not hard. The first thing they've got to learn is that wardens fight as one. Teach them the value of working together, how to dig a proper trench, how to build a defense that'll stand up to artillery fire. Let them know that every bit of work they do, no matter how small, is a building block toward our ultimate victory. And don't forget to let them fail sometimes. It's all part of the learning curve. The battlefield's not a classroom, but it'll teach them fast. Your job is to be there when they stumble and to pick them up and show them how to keep going. Everyone shall remember. Pride and purpose are powerful motivators. But nothing motivates like the bond they'll forge with their fellow wardens. That's what turns green recruits into seasoned soldiers. You give them that bond, and they'll fight with everything they've got. First thing they need to understand is this isn't a war of lone heroes. Drill it into them. We wardens fight together. They've got to stick to their squads, comrades and regiments like glue. Watch each other's backs and never, ever go alone out there. Teach them how to hold a line and dig trenches like their lives depend on it, because they do. What I've noticed time and time again is that we wardens don't always make use of everything at our disposal. If there's barbed wire in the base, then by all means, lay it down. If there are mines sitting in the depot, get them into the ground at every choke point and make the enemy bleed. Gas grenades? Don't hold back. Throw everything you've got at those collies. Keep the pressure on. And push them, push them, push them. All the way back to Kalokai. The collies may have started this war, but we'll be the ones to finish it. Sitting in our trenches isn't going to win us anything. No, victory comes when we push them out of our lands every single day, step by step, until they've got nowhere left to run. So, Wonko, you've got your work cut out for you, but with your guidance, I've no doubt those recruits will be more than ready for the realities of war with you as their mentor. Together, we will forge a new generation of wardens who will push the colonials back once and for all. Callahan protects. And now we have come to the end of our time. I'm looking forward to your next letters and questions. See you in the next broadcast. Your Uncle Cal.
Every day is a cloudy day for me. Since good luck came knocking